Hi, welcome to this weekly reading from Demystified Tarot.com. And I welcome you if you're a new watcher or if returning watchers. Welcome, everyone. If you found this reading, it's probably for you. Hopefully, something resonates and it's going to be helpful to you. If you're interested in tarot, I am running a tarot newsletter, so feel free to check it out. And also on my socials like Instagram and TikTok, I'm doing very short daily tarot and oracle readings, so you can follow me up there as well. So this coming week, so that would be July 10th to July 16th. I'm always doing somehow Thursday to next Wednesday. Well, it's quite a week and it's very fiery, and it's not only fiery in the cards, just the colors of the cards, they're very, the yellows, the oranges, the reds, they just give that very like fiery vibe to it. I would even say earthy, but like there's not really any earth cards in here. We've got Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands, the Emperor, the Lovers, and then I felt like at first the 4 cards fell out, and I felt like, well, I want 5 cards from now on for my weekly readings, and I pulled King of Wands. So I feel like it solidified the meaning of the reading a bit for me. So what is this about? Well, let me check actually what was on the bottom. Okay, so often for me the bottom card is kind of, as I say, the background for the reading card, and in this case it's the Nine of Swords, which is kind of worry, kind of insomnia, kind of getting stuck in our thoughts and overthinking and being overly pessimistic and seeing only the negative side, and this kind of spiraling in the middle of the night with negative thoughts and how everything's gonna go wrong and not being able to sleep because of that. That's kind of very painful card, really. This is a little more of a poetic representation of it, but still. So I think in the background, so potentially before coming to this reading, before, like, let's say whenever this energy is gonna manifest for you, I think you've been very worried. You've been having a lot of fear in your mind. You were very uncertain of how things gonna go, and you were just stuck in anxiety, thinking about the worst case scenarios. And sometimes it's okay because we have to prepare for the worst case scenario, but we need to hope for the best, right? So I think that's kind of in the background. So I'm gonna kind of move it so it doesn't distract me anymore. But in this reading, first of all, I must say there's like potentially that it is potentially a love reading, just because we have the Lovers here and we have 2 major arcana, one of them the Emperor and the other one the Lovers, but more importantly because we have Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, which is like, a matching couple basically in tarot. And those are very passionate kind of kings and queens. So there's a lot of this passion, and also even with Nine of Cups, this like emotional wish fulfillment, like something you always wanted and you wanted in your heart is becoming true. And like, how happy is that person? So it's kind of abundance, but it's kind of emotional abundance or perceived abundance. Doesn't mean like you're actually gonna get a lot of money, although you might. This, like, honestly, career wise, this reading still is very good, but especially from the heart, I feel like there's gonna be just the feeling of, oh, I've struck the prize, like I won, like this is it, like this is what I always dreamed about, like just so much fulfillment and happiness within it. Then I'm just gonna kind of skip the Queen of Wands for a bit. I'm actually maybe gonna move it a bit. Normally I don't really do it, I'll put them as they fall, but I kind of want to move it. Then we have the Emperor, and the Emperor is the card of the boss, the leadership, the confidence, kind of being a great leader or like a father figure for someone. So like being the boss, or like, girl lady, lady boss as well, might be the case. It is also a card of ego and can represent Aries. Sign-wise, because we have two majors, so one is Aries, the other one is Libra. So take it as it resonates. I usually don't really find it to be working that well. But as an energy, the Emperor, right? The boss. So in love readings, though, the Emperor often can mean the divine masculine. So the one, right? Like the one that you've been waiting for. Like if you're a woman, it's like that person, that perfect one soulmate that's meant for you, right? That you're waiting for. And again, everything kind of else points to that. And King of Wands actually is kind of like a lesser representation of Emperor. Like Emperor is the mix of all kings, but because they both fire cards, so usually like King of Wands is the closest to him. Like you can see even in this tarot deck, like they look very even similar, even like the color of the clothes and everything kind of has the similar vibe. So again, I would say it might mean that the person that's coming and gonna play a big role in this coming week and is part of this relationship and this fulfillment, the wish fulfillment, it might be a fire sign, right? That's another way to look at it. And then we have lovers. Now I move them; they're like prettily, beautifully in the middle. So that's the air card. But again, it's an air card, but like doesn't scream air, you know, when you look at that. Like in this deck, especially, it's very fiery, very passionate, steamy. Really, like I love it. It's so beautiful. I always love this card so much. They just look so beautiful. Like makes you want to have a relationship like that. And you know, lovers as a major arcana card can represent like a card of choice, so having this divine choice that you need to make, but overall also represents just this amazing deep soulful relationship. And again, it points more toward love, but it could be applied to friendship or career. So for example, in career language, you might find the right boss. Someone can your partner, it could be a business partner, or if you're looking for jobs, just like literally get hired by someone, and that's just gonna be the right job for you. That's gonna be the relationship professionally that you're gonna thrive in. That's gonna be your wish fulfillment. So you can kind of translate it either way, but love readings are more popular, and honestly, again, it has kind of scream love to me as a general reading even. So I would say it generally points that there is this deep connection that's gonna show up this week. And I don't know if it's a new connection. It doesn't have to be. It might be new, it might be old. There's no kind of new old uh, pointers in cards here. But because I've been doing these collectives readings for a couple months now, there have not been really like deep relationships that were going very well for my collective so far. I'm sorry. So this is kind of, it seems new, and also even coming from all these worries, you know, if it is someone who you already know, then I feel like you would be very surprised. Like you already were maybe upset about them. You thought like this is not gonna happen. There's no chance with this person, or like you didn't even see them on your radar. You just felt like, oh, I'm so lonely, I'm never gonna find anyone. And then someone you know shows you that they can be that emperor for you, that they can be your lover, that they can be that special connection for you. So in some way I feel like it might be new. Okay, again, take as it resonates. And finally we have the Queen of Wands and King of Wands, divine couple of the fire, right? So I don't know if you yourself have a lot of fire in you. Everybody has in their chart, I mean astrological chart, some fire. That's just how it works. You can have more or less of it. For example, I'm a Cancer, so I'm a water sign, but that's my sun sign. Once I've done my whole birth chart reading, and like, just not even reading, just a chart, I can very quickly see that actually, while I have like 11 water points in my chart, I have 10 fire points. So I'm almost equally as much fire as I am water, just through my different planetary placements. And honestly, like I feel like that made so much sense, you know, in understanding myself and like how I think and how I feel and how I operate. Because water and fire. Yeah, what a combination to create steam. Anyway, back to you guys. So I think whatever you're, a girl or a woman or a man or boy, whatever you kind of identify as, because even whatever is your gender, you might feel like you're being more in a masculine energy, even if you're a woman. And a lot of women nowadays do that because we kind of have to. So whatever it is, it doesn't matter which one is you. It just matters that whatever is the counterpart for you, I think you're gonna meet them, and they're gonna be the key of the next week. Like, really, that's what's gonna bring you also the happiness. That's what's gonna get you confidence and this balance. Because also lovers as Libra card, the card of balance. So I feel like it's so nice, and like both Queen of Wands and King of Wands are such strong personalities, so active and fiery, but like in a positive way, passionate about what they do, creative. They want to do, they want to make things. In love sense, they're also pretty, I would say, sexy cards, as in like they're very, how to say, I don't want to say that's one word, but like, they vibe very well together, and like they generally into the vibes, and sensuality and physicality is important part of relationships for them, I would say. And they both like cats. I mean, she has a kitty, he has a lion. Perfect match. Okay, very cat people. But okay, so it's been looking good. Let me just kind of pull at the end some maybe basically advice cards. At the end I like to do advice. Okay, so what's the best way for you to meet this energy? Although, I mean, it's such a good reading that I feel like there's no need to re-advise, because it just lean in, just lean in and enjoy. Like, what else can you do? One more. Okay, sorry, they fell out. Oh, okay, I almost said one more, and two more came out. I'm gonna keep. I don't always take reverse cards, but I took this one because it fell. And honestly, I don't want to spoil this reading by having like Three of Swords in it. But that's what for now. At first, Ace of Pentacles, then Knight of Swords. Honestly, both these cards can, because I was talking about new versus old, these two cards kind of suggest to me something newer in a way. Well, Ace of Pentacles is always like a seed of something. It can be pointing especially towards work or like financial or material things, but in love as well, it's just the investment, because if every relationship comes with material investment, especially if someone wants to be committed and not just a fling basically, or casual or whatever situationship otherwise you would have. So it shows like something mature and something that wants to be like a start to something that's going to grow. So that's very good. And then we have Knight of Swords, which is for me saying that this will come out of nowhere. As I said, it's like this very swift energy, very rushed and kind of unexpected news or message that's coming from somewhere. So again, I feel like that would come all kind of suddenly and unexpectedly to you. But as an advice, I would say these two cards are more for me look like an advice. So it's interesting that they both came together, because Three of Swords is card of pain and hurt and like, whatever heartbreak you had in life, and showing it in reverse, I would say try not to assume that this person or this relationship will be to you as bad as your previous ones. Don't take the hurt from your past relationships into the new one. Try to come at it with healed version. And I would say, because the Nine of Wands is a card of walls and boundaries, and kind of keeping yourself on guard a bit, being already beaten up through life a bit and being very tired, but still like holding the watch. But you can see there's like little breaks in this wall or in this fence. I think you've been maybe a bit defensive after your past heartbreaks, and had kind of trust issues. You weren't sure how things gonna go. So you try to protect your heart and protect yourself, and that's good. That's a good strategy in general. I don't see a problem with that, but I would say try to let that person through cracks, like give it a try again. Don't come from your pain, and try to not fully lower your guard. Be careful, be safe, but give them a chance, but also withhold your boundaries. The right person, this person will not be a person who will ask you to break your own boundaries and rules that are like important to you. The right person will respect them. So that's that. Hopefully that was helpful. I'm truly happy for you, because I'm happy for myself, because I'm part of the collective, so I can't wait for this to manifest either in career or love. I'll take either. So have a great next week. Let me know how it resonated once the time comes. And thank you so much.